Hello everybody, so we are doing something totally different, probably something that we haven't done a video yet. So last weekend we went to Phillipsburg, Montana, and we went to see the Gem Mountain Sapphire Gallery. Store because the mine wasn't open yet. So we went to the store to check it out, and we bought a to-go bag. Not sure how big it is, but this is the to-go bag that will have sapphires in it, and we will classify it with using these classifying pans later. So anyways, we were there last weekend, and we were actually, you can classify these sapphires at the store. They had a little setup there where the gal flipped like different classifying pan thing on the table, and you actually got to nitpick and find sapphires, which was really cool. It was a neat experience. And we bought a to-go bag, which was like 30 bucks. So we are going to try and do it here at home, and we will definitely put pictures and of our experience and the sapphires that we found. Because we found several. We found a few that were kind of like flawed cuttable, and we found some that were fun to find, as they called it, and then we found one was like 0.8 carat that was cuttable. So that's pretty cool. So we can, down the road, if we choose to, we can take that in to some guy from, I forgot, Saskatchewan or something, and he can actually cut it down to jewelry size, I guess. So anyways, so we are going to do this bag, and then we're going to classify it and see if we can find any sapphires. So he is going to open this marvelous bag. Did you turn the water on?
Yep.
Just making sure. And he is going to explain the different classifying pans, because honestly I can't remember. So that way he can explain how we're going to classify to get the sapphires we want.
Okay, so the biggest one here is 1/2 inch, so each one has 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch grid. Next one is half that size, so it's 1/4 inch. And then the next one smaller than that is of course 1/8 inch. And then you have 1/16 of an inch. And then the very last one is 1/32 of an inch, so it's almost like what I would almost consider like screen door screen, or maybe a little bit finer. But there should be almost no sapphires that pass through this very last screen. And then in the bucket, just standard 5-gallon bucket, and these all fit on there just perfectly. And once you stack them on there, then that way no dirt, or I mean no sapphires should pass through this last screen down here. And any super fine sand is going to be down here in the bucket, and then we don't lose anything if there's any precious metals or anything else. And that way we have it all contained, and we can then pull out what screens we want, and therefore we can eliminate, say like these two, and then we can get to the super fine sapphires down in this area. So let's get to it. So I'm going to fill it up about there-ish. There-ish being I don't know exactly how much I put in there, but I know that I put some. And then we found out that the bottom corner of this bag is torn and ripped a little bit. So that could have been in our error or just transporting, because we did drive about 5 hours to go get this. And we're just going to use a handy dandy hose thing here to wash it. And as we're doing it, I'm going to shake it And all this is doing is it's helping screen on all the material as it's going down. And in that way, all the water will all stay self-contained in here too. One last good rinse. And then I will hand this off to her and she can look through this and see if there's any big fat sapphires the size of my thumb, which would be awesome. But the cool thing about this classifying system is that then that way we don't miss anything that we would have normally have missed if we just randomly threw them on a table and we just started going through them. And all sapphires we found are between, say, size of a number 2 pencil eraser to the size of a pinhead. So for size comparison, this is way too big unless you find some miraculous sapphire that is just out of this world.
And they told us that sapphires are, what was it, sea glass?
Yeah, like transparent.
Yeah, transparent sea glass. So that is what we're looking for.
So we don't see much in here. I don't see anything that's huge honking that can make us an overnight millionaire or anything. So we'll go to the next screen. And even stuff like this, it'll still fall through, but it's not going to get past the second and then third and finally the 5th screen. So we'll just put this out to the side. And then I'll do it again to this one over here. And just by washing it, you'll be able to get a lot of the dirt off of it. And then you'll be able to see the sapphire a lot better. So just pop that one off. And now we can take a look-see in here. I'm not seeing too much in this size because this is all 1/4 inch and bigger. But what we'll do is we'll go through and I'll just show you real quickly on each one, and we'll go through meticulously off camera so you're not spending 5 hours in front of the TV screen, computer screen, or phone watching this video. Basically, that's how these classification screens work. So you got 1/2 inch and you got 1/4 inch. And we'll do this one again. Rinse it all real good. This, from this size down, should be the ones that we should be able to find some sapphires in. Because this is about the size we were looking at finding them in. And of course we haven't done the whole bag, of course, so we don't know what we're going to find. And the gal that was showing us how to do this, they did a different technique. They went and they took it on the table and they flipped it upside down so then all the sapphires were on top. But we're doing it a little bit differently here because we're at home.
Oh, I just saw one, I think.
Right there.
What's that?
It could be one. Kind of like this. This is what we're looking for right here. It could be quartz right here, but we don't want to discard anything.
Oh, hold on.
So we're going to keep a hold of it. And we'll get right back with you after we go through this one. Alright everybody, so far what we have found is these guys right here. And, oh, gotta get that one out of there. So, I don't have any real comparison sizes at my disposal right now. But we're not sure about this one here. This one could be quartz. We're not sure about that one. But these other ones here, we definitely know that these are sapphires. We're not sure if they're cuttable or whether they could be flawed or anything else like that, because we are not gem experts by no means, and we don't have the stuff to weigh them and see what they are. But so far, what we're showing you is what we found so far in just this 1/8 inch classifying pan and bigger. There could be smaller ones in the pan below. We have yet to search, but we don't want to bore you with a half an hour of video of us digging through dirt. So anyway, so this is what we found so far, and we'll get right back at you in a few. Alright everybody, so what you can see in my hand right here, these little tiny guys, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a fifth one over here in this little jar over here. He's stuck to the side, he don't want to come out. And then we got, going back over here, we've got 2 more, so that makes 7 that we found in this classifying pan right down here. This is the 1/8 inch one, or maybe 1/16, I forget which. But yeah, we found those just down in here randomly, and I was very surprised to find them that small. Now mind you, they are super small. You can tell by my fingernail, or I don't have any real point of reference. These tweezers, to give you an idea, they're really tiny, but you look at how small these are, they're almost not really going to be used for any kind of jewelry. You'd have to have something at least this big, in my opinion, to do anything with, to cut it or do much with. But my girlfriend did find the biggest one here, and I think that's at least 1 carat right there. And we have yet to weigh them, of course, and figure out what they are. But so far, we've done this much, and we've only done a half a bag. We still got the other half a bag to go yet. So we'll be right back with you, and we'll show you what we find after we do the same process, and we'll show you what we find on the second half. Alright, so what you see here in this larger vial is what we found in the second, or the bottom half of the bag that we purchased, and this is what we found in the first half, or the top half of the bag. And I think honestly, when you compare both of them, we found a lot more smaller ones in the bottom half of the bag. And then the 2 brown ones you see in here, they have what it looks like they're cut faces, like gemstone. We're not sure what those are, but we're going to take them back with us to see what exactly that the experts say. But so far, it definitely looks like we've got at least 1 giant one over here by my finger over here on the small vial, and then all these other ones look like they do have potential for jewelry or something of that nature. But again, we're not gem experts, but we're going to combine all these together and take them back to Montana with us, and then we'll see what they say at the gem and mineral place. And that's it for now. We classified everything down. We looked through everything 2-3 times My girlfriend looked through it once or twice, and then we traded pans. And what you see here down below is like the super fine, right before it gets into like almost super fine sand or like a silt. And we looked through everything bigger than this size here, and so far we only found what we found. So, and then underneath, of course, is just our dirty, nasty water. And later on, I'll be gold panning through that just to see if there's any actual gold floating in there or anything else. But until then, that's what we did, and that's how we classified it all out. And that is our grand total for the one whole big burlap sack, or not burlap, but canvas bag sack of dirt. That's what we got out of it, is all those sapphires. Anyways, we'll leave a link below to the gem and mineral place online for the Phillipsburg Sapphire Mine, and you can check it out, and you can go onto their online store. I believe they ship just about anywhere in the US, and you can also order up a bag and have it shipped to you and sent on the way. Anyways, thank you very much. Have a great day. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.